Hello, today we're going to do a safety operation on a Nifty SD50. We have our operator Joe. We're going to go over some basics on the machine. You have 4 outriggers that are required to have pressure on them. If they don't have pressure, the machine will not go up or down. So if you're not up or down, you have lost pressure on one of your outriggers. Make sure you're on solid ground. Make sure you have at least 6 inches of air between the tire and the ground. That way if you swing out and you pressure down on one side, it doesn't take weight off the opposite outrigger. It will stop the unit from moving up and down for the safety and protection of the operator. Down below you have a key switch. You have your controls. You have your main engine key switch and start switch. You have 3 safety stops. You have one down below, you have one here, and you have one in the basket. A common problem is somebody accidentally bumps one of the safety switches and it shuts the machine down and will not start. So if you have any problems, make sure before you start all 3 outrigger or safety switches are pulled out. All right, Joe, let's go ahead and go over the starting procedure.
All right. So you have 2 keys for this machine. The big key is your main key. You're going to put it in here. You're going to turn that to the on position. With that, we're going to pull the safety switch. Then we're going to move over here. Now in this key, goes in here. If you turn the key up, it's going to give you all your controls for the basket. If you turn the key down and push this button, you can control it from these controls.
Only the upper boom, not the outriggers.
So we're going to go to the upper boom. We're going to turn the key up. We're going to pull this safety switch. Now we're going to move to the basket.
One thing to keep in mind, always wear your safety harness.
Now, once we're in the basket, we're going to pull this safety switch. You have your ignition right here. We're going to start it. You have turtle and you have rabbit. Rabbit is for hard surfaces like blacktop, concrete.
Black ground.
Turtle is going to give you your 4-wheel drive motion for soft sand, grass, and all that.
And also loading on trailers. It has to be in turtle mode to load on trailers.
All right. So now once we have that, come around here. To drive this machine, we have a foot pedal. We're going to step down on the foot pedal. And with this lever right here is our drive mode. So push it forward, drive forward, backwards, and then twisting the handle will give you your left and right. Now, while we're in this mode, we're going to put the outriggers down.
Hey Joe, real quick, what happens if you don't step on the pedal? Can you demonstrate? And will it drive?
Yeah, if you step on the, if you're not on the pedal, you got nothing.
It doesn't recognize you in the basket. So you have to step on the safety pedal in order for the drive to work, or any of the controls to operate. Okay, go ahead, Joe.
All right, so we're going to step back on the pedal here. We're going to bring down our outrigger. Now what I do is I bring the outriggers down just till they're about hit the ground. The easiest way to level the machine is you're going to take these to your left side, I'm going to push it all the way up, and then I'm going to go to the right side all the way up, and down below your right level.
Now keep in mind, we're on level ground. If you weren't on level ground, you would have to level the machine out. And notice the amount of space between the tire and the ground. That's going to give us a good solid platform for the outriggers to be safe and secure. Once you level out and all your level bubbles are leveled out,
Then we're ready to move to the So go up with the lift. So we have the dial here.
Sorry, come around this way.
The dial here to the right gives you drivability and your outrigger functions. We turn this dial to the left. Now we're ready for basket control.
So Joe, what happens if you hit the basket control now without pressing the pedal?
Nothing.
Okay. So it has to have the pedal pressed down for operator presence.
Or if you're still in this side, you'll get nothing. It has to be over here.
It has to be in the upper control switch.
So now we're in there. Step on, and
now you'll notice the machine idles down as soon as the boom is lifted. That's from the manufacturer, so it's not such jerky motion. So when it idles down, don't be concerned. That's the machine's doing its job to make a smooth operation for the operator.
now as we have a descent, so now let's say I'm coming down, but I forget that I didn't bring down.
If you see here, you have a boom presence switch. If your boom is not in and depressed on this boom presence switch, you will not be able to operate the outriggers to bring the machine down. So this machine has to be stowed down in the cradle. It has to depress your switch. Joe, does this extend out?
Yeah,
How do you extend it out? Which lever is it?
right here, the first one.
Okay. You notice how the boom is extending? And it does rotate?
Rotation, we're gonna go up, grab a thing, so we can rotate it here.
Okay. So once you're done using the lift and you want to come back into the stowed position, make sure you're straight. And you want to make sure, first of all, that your resting point comes down in the cradle. You see how Joe's going left to right? He wants to center it out. Once he's centered out, he's going to bring it down in the cradle. And then you'll see once that button is depressed, RPMs raise on the motor.
And just so you're sure, once you're down, you want to just run through all of these and just go like that to make sure. This one you don't have to go because you know it's in there. So it's just the first three. And we're good. We know we're down, we know all the sensors are touched. Once we have that, we can take this lever, we can switch it back over here, back to this position, and then we're ready to bring down.
So let off the pedal again. So you'll notice we let off the pedal, the engine RPMs come down. And again, nothing will work. So it has to sense the operator in the basket. Go ahead and press the pedal again, Joe. Once you're down in the cradle, fully down, now you'll see now he's bringing the outriggers up. And they want to come all the way up in the stowed position. Joe, in this box right here, what's in this box right here?
In this box right here, you will have your operator's manual.
Okay, safety and operator's manual. So if you have any issues and you forget, go ahead and grab your manual and read your manual. Keep in mind that on this unit, if you're doing any type of work with debris, you have a fiberglass hood and you have lots of stuff that is susceptible to damage from either trees dropping or construction debris. You want to make sure that nothing drops on the machine. If you've opted for the rental protection plan, keep in mind it doesn't cover neglect, and dropping tree limbs or construction debris or any item on the lift that causes damage is considered neglect. So once you come out, here's your hook point. Here's your other safety stop. Controls. This is your clip. This is where you clip your safety harness, and be sure to always wear your safety harness. Always make sure you're 15 feet away from any power lines. Very important you stay 15 feet away from any power lines.
Also, if you're in soft sand, grass surface, you're going to want to put a 2x6 or some kind of flat piece of wood that you can widen out the...
You want to do whatever you can do to make these not sink in the ground. If these sink in the ground, it's going to off level and stop you from operating. And you'll have to do a full reset at that point.
Or if you're up in the air and you become off level, the machine will stop. Then
Always have a second person on the ground, because if you come off level because you're not set up properly, you will have to do a manual descent.
Now the manual descent will require you to turn this key to the bottom, pull this bar off, stick it on here, and then you're going to start from left to right and you're going to manually pump this until it comes in.
So this jack here just does the same work as the pump. It's just slower. So, and keep in mind, you're going to be in the basket. So you always want to have a person on the ground capable of operating the lift with a manual down rig. What's this lever here, Joe? Is that for manual?
This is yes, for manual.
So to do the manual pump, first thing you're going to do is put that up in the straight up position. Now, what that does, it allows this to become the pump, to bring everything down. Once you're down, everything's in a set cradle position. Everything's touching the safety switches and it's in the full cradle position. Now you put it back into pump mode. This is your diesel fuel. This is diesel fuel only. So Joe, the shutdown procedure on this, is there any certain shutdown procedure they should do when they shut down?
So when you're shutting down for the end of the day, and this is only for the end of the day, when you don't plan on using this machine again, we are going to hit the red stop button right here. Then we're going to turn this to the up position. Then we're going to come around. We're going to push the emergency stop here, turn the key to 0, take the key out, push the emergency stop here, turn the key off, and take it out.
Great.
Keep in mind, you're going to go 1, 2, 3 on the off position, and you're going to go 1, 2, 3 when we're going to operate it.
Very important you go in sequence. So shutting down, basket switch off first, center control switch off second, main switch control engine pushed in third. And it's the opposite when setting up. Pull this out first, pull this out second, pull that out third. Just one more reminder. To the right on this switch is for your drive and outrigger control, and to the left is for your boom controls. Once again, if you have any issues, you can always refer to your owner's manual, your operator's manual, safety manual. We always recommend, before you operate an aerial lift, 2 most important things is you wear a safety harness and you read your operator's manual. Now these have a cage load sensor, which is required by OSHA. So if it senses 500 or more pounds in the basket, it will not let you go up or down. This is factory regulated and cannot be bypassed. Thanks, have a great day, be safe, and thank you for renting from Coastal Rental Center. Thanks, Joe.
Thank you.